Okay. So a very good afternoon, everyone. I welcome you all for this concrete and highway materials laboratory lab demo series with the code 18CVL58. Okay. So if you remember, in the previous session, we had finished an experiment about test on cement. That is, we had completed the compressive strength of mortar cube, right? So after the curing procedure, you need to test it in the CTM, compression testing machine, and whatever the strength you get in megapascal, that you are supposed to note it down. Okay. So today we shall start another new experiment, that is from part C, that is module 3, test on highway materials, right? So that is today we'll be starting with aggregate part. Okay, let me admit few of the people who have just joined. So I request everyone, make sure well within 5 minutes you join the class. Okay, because every time I need to give the admit permission. So as I said, today we shall be continuing with a test on aggregates. Okay, so this session is all about test on aggregate. That is, the first experiment is impact test of aggregate. Okay, so let me show the manual here. Okay, so is this manual visible to you? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Aggregate impact test. The manual is visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So as the heading itself indicates, it is aggregate impact test. As I said, today we shall be doing test on highway materials, that is on aggregates, coarse aggregates. Okay. See, the word itself indicates here impact test. What is the meaning of impact? Impact in the sense sudden application of the load. Okay, so whenever a load is applied suddenly, sudden application of the load, that load is called as impact load. Okay, now you're supposed to test in this particular experiment whether the aggregates which are used in the road construction or in any other construction in general, to be particularly in road construction, whether those coarse aggregate are having the resisting capacity to resist these impact load or no. Okay, so that experiment you will be doing here. That test
Yes,
is
ma'am.
aggregate impact test. Okay, so the as the
Yes,
description
ma'am.
I have given you, object here is to determine the impact test value of an aggregate. Okay, okay. If you are waiting in the lobby, let me admit them. Okay, fine. So as I said, the aim of this experiment is to determine the impact test value of an aggregate. That is to test the resisting capacity of the coarse aggregate, whether the coarse aggregate which you have used in the road construction, whether those are having the resisting capacity to the impact load or no. That you are supposed to check it here, right? So of course, the procedure, I hope you have already studied it in your highway and concrete laboratory. Today we shall see the procedure as well as the video as well. Okay, so what are the apparatus used in this particular impact test? So the apparatus used here is impact testing machine. Okay, here impact testing machine is used. I'll show you the equipment later. Then refill box, electronic oven. Okay, standard hammer, a hammer is given to you of 10 mm diameter, 12.5 mm sieve, 10 mm sieve, and 2.36 mm sieve. These sieves are necessary. Okay, next, a panel is also used. Okay, and uh, that is pan is also used to measure the standard dimensions as well. Okay, let me admit few of the persons once again. Okay, so these are the apparatus used. Next, what is the reference code for this? So where do you get the procedure for this particular impact aggregate impact test? So the reference code for this particular experiment is IS 2386 Part 4 1963. So if you refer this code, you will get this experiment procedure. It's not that someone has told and we are simply doing it. All these procedures are having some standard procedures, standard dimensions, and those dimensions will be using throughout the India. Okay, so this is the reference code where you'll be getting this procedure. Now, what's the theory behind this experiment? As I said, impact, the name itself indicates to check the impact resistance, you will be doing this experiment. Okay, so the aggregate impact value, it actually gives you the relative measure of resistance of an aggregate to the sudden or the impact load. So you are actually checking the relative measure, that is the resistance of an aggregate to an sudden shock or the impact. So impact is nothing but sudden application of the load, or you can also call it as a sudden shock. Okay, so some aggregate differ from few resistance, right? So you need to check that value. Okay, and one more thing, do remember there is a difference between compressive strength of an aggregate and impact test of an aggregate. See, the difference is compressive strength means there you will apply the load with some rate of loading. Okay, with some rate you will apply the load in the compression testing machine, whereas in impact test you apply the load suddenly. Sudden shock is given to the aggregates, whereas in the compressive strength what happens, you apply the load gradually, that is sudden application of the load. Okay, so that's about the aggregate impact test. Okay, let me continue this. Okay, so I'll show you the impact experiment, impact equipment, how the impact equipment is. So is this diagram visible to you? Yes? Is the diagram visible to you? Okay, fine. So this is an impact equipment. Okay, so what all this equipment contains? So as you can see here, please observe my cursor carefully. This is the handle where you'll be holding this equipment. Okay, so this is the handle. Okay, and the height of this equipment, I mean where the weight actually falls on the aggregates, that height is 375 plus or minus 5 mm. You need to remember this, or else you can simply remember 37.5 centimeter or 38 centimeter is the height from where actually the standard weight falls on the aggregates. See, the thing is, you can see the block here. This is a standard block where actually we'll take the aggregates. Okay, observe the cursor carefully. This is a standard block where actually we'll take the aggregates. Okay, so this aggregate is leveled and it is completely tightened, and this complete part is cleared. After this, what you need to do here is a hook arrangement. Okay, this portion you have a hook arrangement, or you can say lock and key arrangement. Okay, here you have locking and unlocking system. When you unlock this system, I'll show you how to unlock this. When you unlock this, okay, that means this complete weight, this is the standard weight, which is having a weight around 13.5 to 14 kg. When you unlock this part, okay, and when you operate this handle, this complete standard weight, that is 14 kg weight, will completely fall on this aggregate which is at the bottom. So that means you are actually applying sudden shock or the sudden load or the impact load on this aggregate. So in this way, you will apply 15 times per second. So every 2 seconds, you will apply this load, that is 14 kg load. So how many times? 15 times. So what you will do is, you will actually unlock this part. Then this 14 kg hammer, will, instead of calling standard load, we call it as a hammer. This hammer actually acts on this aggregate at a distance of 37.5 centimeter, and this load itself is called as the impact load. Now you need to do this for every 15 times. So after doing 15 times, then you need to check whether the aggregates are remaining same or whether it has undergone complete powder or no. If it has undergone powder, then to what extent it has undergone powder? I'll give you the formula later. From that, you need to check. Okay, so this is the actually equipment. So as I said, what you need to remember in this here is The height from which the hammer falls is 37.5 centimeter and the weight of the hammer is 13.5 to 14 kg. Okay. And what you need to remember another point is this is the standard block wherein you are taken the aggregates, which is around 105 mm in diameter and depth is, you can see the depth here, it is 50 mm deep. And this is the base where actually this equipment is kept, 300 mm diameter, a circular base you have. Okay, I'll show you in the video also how it actually looks. So this is all about the impact equipment. Let me admit few of the people who are waiting outside. Okay. Okay, so let me continue now. Now, what's the procedure here? So once the equipment part is known to you, what is the procedure? See, the procedure here is, what you need to do is, how are the aggregates stored usually? As you know, if any construction is going on, how the aggregates are stored? Usually a heap of aggregate will be created, right? So you can see a heap of coarse aggregate and a heap of fine aggregate. So what you need to do here is, you need to collect the sample. Okay, you need to collect a sample from a heap of aggregate which actually represents the whole aggregate. It's not only from one portion you collect the aggregate, from all the portions you need to collect the aggregate. Okay, so after doing this, what you need to do here is those aggregates, okay, those aggregates, first you need to sieve it. Okay, so a standard size of aggregate should be taken for this experiment. You need to sieve it. What is the sieving size? The sieving size is 12.5 mm sieve and 10 mm sieve. So after taking the aggregate sample from a heap of aggregate, you need to do the sieving procedure. That means you need to take a standard sample size which is passing through 12.5 mm sieve and that should retain on 10 mm sieve. So passing to 12.5, 10 mm retained sieve sample should be taken. Okay, so after taking that sample, make sure it should be oven dried. So it should not have any moisture content. So usually when the aggregates a heap is kept outside, what happens, if it is continuously raining or because of the moisture content from the earth or the bottom soil, it enters into the aggregate. So you should make sure that all the aggregates are completely oven dried aggregates. Okay, it should be oven dried, it should be completely dry. Okay, so those aggregates you should take and it should pass from 12.5 mm sieve and it should retain on 10 mm sieve. Okay, now after taking those aggregates, a standard mold will be given to you. Okay, so whatever the mold I have shown you in the equipment, that is equipment mold. One more standard mold is given to you, that is called as the measuring mold. Okay, so in that measuring mold, whatever the aggregates you have taken, complete oven dried aggregates, so you need to fill it in 3 layers and you will be given one tamping rod of 10 mm diameter. Okay, so each layer you should tamp it around 25 times. Okay, after giving 25 times strokes, 3 layers should be filled and it should be leveled. Okay, after leveling, whatever the standard cylinder you have taken, after leveling, that you need to pour it in the equipment cylinder, that is the measuring cylinder. Okay, so you need to fill it in the equipment cylinder. Okay, so I'll show you in the video later. Okay, so after filling that, you need to operate the impact equipment. That is what I've shown you. You need to unlock and you need to give the blows. Okay, whatever the hammer weight I have given you, 14 kg, that weight it should fall on the aggregate. How many times? 15 times. So you can see here, you need to give 15 blows are given to the aggregate at 2-second interval. So every 2 seconds, the blows has to be given. Continuously, the blows has to be given. So you need to lift it and drop it. Lift it and drop it continuously for 15 times. Okay. So after 15 times, just raise the hammer and just lock it and that part is over. So make sure the locking is done properly because you will be inserting your hand to take the sample. Okay, so you should make sure that that the hammer is completely locked. If the hammer is not locked, then all the 14 kg weight it may drop on your hand. So you should be very careful in this regard. Okay, so once this part is over, remove the sample from the cylinder, take it outside, and you will be given 2.36 mm sieve. So sieve that sample in 2.36 mm sieve. Okay, the aggregate that is retained on 2.36 mm sieve, that aggregate has to be taken and it should be noted down. See, what you should do here is, in the measuring cylinder, whatever the 3 layers we have filled, that you need to take it as P. Okay, weight P. And whatever the aggregate you get it here, that is after passing through 2.36 mm, see, that you need to take it as Q. So you have the weight of the aggregate now P and weight of the aggregate Q. Okay, so the ratio of Q divided by P, that will give you the impact percentage. Okay, that is the impact value. So that itself is the procedure of this particular experiment. So later on, actually you need to perform this experiment 3 times, and later on you need to take the average. Then you will get the actual impact value of the aggregate. Okay, now this is a tabular column. I'll show you the tabular column. This is a trial number, first column. Second column is quantity of aggregate passing through 12.5 mm sieve and retained on 10 mm sieve. Okay, aggregate passing through 12.5 mm sieve and retained on 10 mm sieve. Okay, so this you take it as P. You can take it in kg or grams. So better you take it in grams. Okay, so take the value in grams, P value. Next, after performing the experiment, that is after giving the impact, whatever the aggregates you take, that will be usually some amount of powder it will undergo, right? So that aggregate you need to take and you need to sieve it in 2.36 mm sieve. Okay, after sieving, whatever the quantity of sample passing through 2.36 mm sieve you get, that you need to weight and take it as Q grams. So you have the value for P, you have the value for Q. Number of blows. How many number of blows you have given? 15 blows. Next, the final formula, that is percentage passing, or you can call it as the impact value, is Q divided by P into 100. So this answer, after taking the average 3 times you need to perform this. After taking the average, you will get the result as average impact value is dash percentage. So whatever the answer you get, that you need to write it down. Now what's the standard value? Of course, the standard value as per IS 2386 Part 4 1963, the aggregate impact value should not exceed 45% by weight for aggregate used for concrete and other than wearing surfaces, and 30% by weight of concrete for wearing surfaces such as runways, roads and pavements. Okay, and aggregate impact value is used to classify the stones in respect to their toughness property as indicated below. Okay, so this is the final conclusion for you people. So aggregate impact value and the classification, how it has been classified. So if you get the result that is less than 10%, then it is exceptionally strong. Now, what's the meaning of less than 10%? In the sense, it has not become very less amount of powder you have got. That's what the meaning is. So the aggregators are very resistant to the impact load. That's what the meaning is. So that's why if the value is less than 10%, it is exceptionally strong. And if the value is 10 to 20%, right? So if the impact value, whatever the impact value of coarse aggregate you get, if it is 10 to 20%, then it is strong. This is exceptionally strong. This is strong. Okay, next, if it is 10 to 30%, it's not 10 to 30, it is 20 to 30%. Okay, so if it is 20 to 30%, then it is satisfactory for road surfacing. So greater than 35%, it is weak for road surfacing. Okay, so these classification. So whenever you get the result, you need to write this conclusion. Okay, now what's the application of this particular experiment? Okay, see, the advantage of aggregate impact test are that the test equipment and the procedures are very simple, and it can obtain the resistance and the impact of stones even in the field condition. Now why? Because you can take this equipment in your field also if it is very necessary, and even in field you can perform this experiment to get the resistance of the aggregate. Okay, and the test can be done in brief period. Okay, it's not that the test will take a very lengthier period. So within a very short amount of time, you're going to get the result of this resistance value of the aggregate, right? So the test can be done in a brief period, whether it is an construction site or some other site. Okay, and The specific gravity of aggregate shape factors will affect the height of the specimen and height of fall of impact as well. Okay, so whatever the fall we have maintained, that is 37.5 centimeter, that is going to vary. Okay, so what are the precautions you need to follow? So the precautions here is you should make sure that first of all the aggregates are oven dried aggregate, and you measure or you take the weight of all these aggregates with an accuracy, okay, in 1 in 1000. So that you need to maintain. And proper sieve should be used for preparing the sample. So whatever I said, 12.5 mm and 10 mm, 2.36 mm. So proper sieve size should be used. Okay. And the main thing, the major precaution in this particular experiment is make sure that when you will be taking sample below the impact equipment, the above hammer is completely locked, or else the entire 14 kg is going to fall on your hand. So you should be very careful in this regard. Okay, so the safety lock should be maintained properly. So this is all about the precaution. Okay, so let me admit few of the people who have joined now. Okay, so I request everyone, make sure in the next lab you join 5 minutes early. Okay, so that the entire experiment is clear to you. So if you join in half the session, nothing is gonna understandable, right? So or else you can check the YouTube video. The same thing I'll be uploading into the YouTube video as well. Okay, now let me show you the video now. Now, just wait a second. It is a bit tilted. Let me rotate this. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay, is this video visible to you? Yes? Is the video visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, I have not played it yet, but at least you can see the image, right? I'll just play it now. Okay. Okay. So this is actually this is actually called as impact equipment. Okay. So whatever the experiment we have discussed now, so that experiment can be performed in this particular uh, equipment. So as you can see here, at the top side you have two handles where you will actually hold it. Okay. And you can see this complete portion. This is the hammer. It is of 14 kg. And from the hammer, the bottom base of the hammer till the bottom of the cylinder, you can see the cylinder here. This is a cylinder where actually you will perform the experiment. Okay. This height is 37.5 centimeter to 38 centimeter. Okay. And I'll show you the locking system, how the locking system has to be opened and how the hammer actually falls. Okay. So I'll play the video now. So this is actually an impact value, impact equipment. Okay. So you can see here, this is the hammer. Okay. I'm showing you a hammer here, and this is the length. Okay. And you can see the cylinder here. Okay. This is not a measuring cylinder. This is a standard cylinder. There are two cylinders actually. This is a standard cylinder. Now this is the aggregate. Okay. So which actually has the test has to be carried out for this particular experiment. So as you can see here, a pan has been kept here. Above the pan, 10 mm sieve. Next, 12.5 mm sieve is kept. I hope how the sieving arrangement is done, you know this, right? So after 12.5, 10 and the pan is kept, pour the aggregate sample, okay, which you have taken, which is oven dried, okay. So just sieve it for 2 minutes continuously. After sieving, once the sieving is done, so whatever the aggregate which are retained on 10 mm sieve, those aggregate has been dumped here. So now you can see here, whatever the cylinder, you can see a small cylinder here. This is a measuring cylinder. This is called as measuring cylinder. So that cylinder which is below the equipment, that is called as standard cylinder. This is the measuring cylinder. So measuring cylinder is different and standard cylinder is different. Measuring cylinder is just for the just to measure the aggregates. So once the aggregate is measured here, then it is dumped into the standard cylinder. Okay. So what I have done here is, after sieving, whatever the aggregates are retained on the 10 mm sieve, okay, those you take it, and in 3 layers you should fill this this measuring cylinder, and each layer should be tamped for 25 times by using this 10 mm tamping rod. So tamping is not like, as you tamp the concrete. That is not the procedure you should do here. Simply you should drop the tamping rod from top to bottom. So I'll show how to tamp it here. So you can see here how the tamping was done. This is how the tamping is done for 25 times. So 3 layers, each layer 25 times. After tamping, it's okay. Once it is filled, level it. So you should just simply roll it. Okay, level it. So just by rolling, simply level it. Now after leveling, you need to actually, what you need to do here is, after leveling, you should take the weight of this measuring cylinder. First you need to take the empty weight, then with aggregate you need to take the weight, right? So with aggregate minus without aggregate, that weight you will take it as P value. So what is actually P value? The standard aggregates which you have taken for testing of the impact value, those aggregate size passing through 12.5 mm, retained on 10 mm on this measuring cylinder, those that is taken as P value. So what is P value actually? I'll show you once again here. So whatever, once the rolling is done, after rolling, okay, this you need to measure it in the weighing machine. So once without aggregate, once with aggregate. So after that, a cylinder with aggregate minus a cylinder without aggregate, that value you will get it as P. Take it in grams. Okay. After doing that, whatever the aggregate you have taken, pour it in this standard cylinder. Okay. Now, once the aggregate is poured here, a side screws are given to you to locking system. Just lock that cylinder. Okay. So once the locking system is done, so here you can see a person who is how he is holding these handles. Okay, this is how the procedure is. So I'll show you the locking system once again. Okay, so as you can see, of course, so you can see how the lock was actually removed. Okay, so let me repeat this once again. Observe carefully. Let me repeat this once again. Okay, yes, this is how the lock was removed. Now it is ready to operate. Once again, the lock was inserted now. It is completely locked now, right? So if you just open this, this is how the lock is removed now. Okay, I hope this locking system, unlocking system is understood to you. After locking, simply drag it, just drag it in upward direction and leave it. So you can see the top screw, a long screw is given to you. If you just touch your hammer to that, your hammer automatically falls down. Okay, so in this way, you should give 15 blows. So each blows for 2 seconds, right? So in this way, 15 blows. After doing 15 blows, once again lock it, make sure it is completely locked. So take the aggregates outside. So now aggregates, it will be slightly powdered, right? So take those aggregate in 2.36 mm sieve. This is how the aggregates are taken. Okay, so below a empty pan is kept, and you should not leave even a single part of aggregate. All the aggregate should be taken in the sieve. Okay, after taking it in the sieve, close the lid and sieve it continuously for 2 minutes. So you know the sieving procedure. Okay, so once it is sieved, now you can see the aggregate that is that has been passed on the 2.36 mm sieve. So passing aggregate you should take. So please remember whether you should take passing aggregate or retained aggregate, that you need to remember carefully. So this is the passing aggregate, 2.36 mm passing aggregate should be taken. So this is a powdered form which you have got it from passing to 2.36 mm sieve. Now this you need to take the weight. Okay. So this is the empty weight first. After taking the empty weight, either you can note down or you can simply tear the value. Okay, tearing in the sense it will come back to the 0. Okay, now I can show here. Okay, now it is teared, it has come to 0. Now simply pour this aggregate. So now you need to measure this value. Okay, so this 27.5 grams is nothing but your Q value. Okay, so this Q divided by P will give you the impact value. Okay, so I hope this video is clearly visible to you and it was understood to you all. Okay. Okay, so now let me come back to the actual presentation now. Okay. Okay, so I'll show you the result, how the result has to be written now. So once the video was explained to you, so this is how you write down the tabulation. So you can see here in the first column, quantity of aggregate passing to 12.5 retained on 10 mm sieve, that is P value, it is 390 grams. Next, quantity of sample passing through 2.36 mm sieve, it is 35.5 grams. So after doing this, number of blows is 15 blows. Okay. Next, percentage passing, that is impact value is Q divided by P into 100. So here you have got an answer of 9.18%. So this 9.18% is nothing but your impact value. So can you tell me this 9.18%, whether it is extremely good, whether it is extremely strong or strong? Can you give me your conclusion? You have got a value of 9%. So whether it is extremely strong aggregate or less strong aggregate. Because in the previous PDF, I have explained to you how the classification was done. Whether it is extremely strong, very strong. Yes, anybody?
Extremely strong, ma'am.
Yes, very correct. So as it is less than 10%, we can say that these aggregates are extremely strong. So if the impact value is less than 10%, you can say that the aggregates are extremely strong. Okay. So overall, what I can say is this experiment is basically you are checking for the application of the impact load, whether the aggregates are completely powdered or to some extent they are powdered. So what amount of powder you have got, that actually you are measuring here. That simply indicates the strength of the aggregate. If the aggregates are not strong, it will be completely become powder, else it will remain same, right? That's what the meaning is. So here you can see 9.18% you have got the impact value, that is passing percentage. Okay, so this is about the tabulation, and finally you can write the result. Okay, so as you can see here, so this is how you're going to write the result. The average impact value is dash percentage, that is 9.18%. Okay, so as someone said, it is, if it is less than 10%, it is exceptionally strong. So this you need to write it in your conclusion. Okay, so this is all about the impact value experiment. In the next laboratory, that is next experiment, we'll carry out the same, that is the test on aggregates itself. In the next experiment, we shall go for the shape test, that is flakiness index and the elongation index. So this is all about the impact value. So any doubts or any clarification in this particular experiment? Yes? Any doubts, any clarification in this experiment?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So you can see these are few of the Viva questions. Okay, so what do you mean by impact load? So impact load in the sense sudden application. What is the significance of this load test? Significance in the sense why you actually perform this experiment? What's the use of this? So the use is here you will get to know the resisting capacity of the aggregate to the impact load. So depending on the impact load resistance, you can choose where you are actually where you actually use those aggregates in the field, whether it is used in the road construction or in the concrete work or some other purpose, right? Next, how is the impact value expressed? How is the impact value expressed in terms of percentage, right? So 9.81 percentage, that's how you express the value. Okay, next, what are the various factors which affect the aggregate impact value? Can you tell me what are the various factors? Yes, what are the various factors which affect the aggregate impact value? Yes, so factors you can say it depends on water absorption also. Okay, if the aggregates are completely wet, if the water absorption of the aggregate is too high, then you can say the resistance will be too less. So that's why, well within the previous thing I have told you, you should take completely oven dried aggregates, right? So of course, even the specific gravity also makes changes, or it affects your aggregate impact value. Okay, so these are few of your Viva questions. So in the next session, as I said, we shall be going for shape test, that is flakiness index and elongation index, right? So that's all for this today's session. If you don't have any doubts or any clarification, we'll end up this session. Do you have any? Shall we end up this session, or do you have any doubt? Do you have any doubt? Okay, fine. So we'll end up this session. So thank you. So I have already shared to you the manual for this highway and concrete lab. You can refer that manual. So if you have any doubts in further sessions or in any further time, you can always contact. Okay. So that's all for this today's session. Thank you.